Solving quadratics by factoring. So, reverse FOIL in other words. So once we've solved some quadratics, know what they are. Even then you could do some of this before that. But, we've done some x squared is 16, square root, x is plus or minus 4. Don't forget your plus and minus, please. Or x plus 10 squared equals 16. We square root. X plus 10 is plus or minus 4. And then we do x plus 10 is 4. X plus 10 is negative 4. Solve each of these individually. We get this. We square root. We break it apart into two things with a positive 4 and the negative 4. Subtract 10. We could get negative 6 or negative 14. So some of us have done that so far, solving quadratics. And we've done some factoring in reverse FOIL. Factoring in reverse FOIL, same thing. Or FOIL, multiplying, distributing, same thing. So we bring these together now. In zero product property, I should say. Solving quadratics by the zero product property. We got, first of all, zero product property. You multiply things to get 0. That means 1 is 0, or the other has to be 0 for this to work. 0 times anything is 0. Anything times 0 is 0. So as long as one of these is 0, we're good. And so then we saw with x plus 1, x minus 3 equals 0. We can use a zero product property. This is like the A. This can be 0. Or this can be 0. A times B is 0. And so x is negative 1. Or x is 3. Okay. So we will do this. We've done this. Zero product property. We've practiced factoring a lot. Now I say we can bring these together. So, solving quadratics by factoring, the steps are reverse FOIL, like factor, and then use the zero product property. So we got this equal to 0. We've got to solve for x. We can't just square root to solve it, in this case, because we have an x here. Remember before, we have and we could add 2, and we get 12, divide by 3, and get 4. So I can get the square root thing alone. Something squared, or the squared thing alone, I should say. Here I cannot because I have an x here, so I got to factor. I need to solve this differently than this. So we do the factoring thing. Just look at this part. Sum to make 11. Product is 30. Go through systematically and get the factors of 30. Which of these add up to 11? 5 and 6. Ta-da! So we can just do, since there's nothing out front, we can go straight to and I mean by nothing out front, we just have a 1. We don't have a coefficient in front of our x squared, as we will see next. So we get this part and factor it. Reverse FOIL. Done. Now zero product property. So as before, x plus 5 is 0, or x plus 6 is 0. Done. So our answers are negative 5 or negative 6. And there's what we would do basically to show our work. I am limited by my handwriting, so I cannot make it as nice as some people could. but you get the idea. Here's the steps we need to go through. We have our expression, we factor it, we break it apart, we solve. Okay, let's do one more. If we have two, let's say, x squared, we got plus 13x minus 68 is 0. So we need to go through the steps. Reverse FOIL and zero product property. Those are the two things we're going to do to solve. So first, on this part, reverse FOIL. So we need the sum of 13 and a product of negative 68. Factors. You know, you can go through, we can use a calculator. So you can go through systematically. 68 divided by 1, enter. 68 divided by 2, enter. 68 divided by 3, enter. 68 divided by 4, enter. Just do stuff like that and see which ones give you integer answers. And we get 1, 68, 2, 34, 4, 17. And those would be all the ones. We multiply and make a negative and add to make a positive. So the bigger one is to be positive. This times this is negative 68. This times this is negative 68. But these add to make positive 13. So I can just, because I have a 1 out here, go straight to the factors. X minus 4, x plus 17 is 0. Then break it apart into linear factors, little linear equations we can solve. Ta-da. Okay. So nothing new. We're just doing it like multi-step problem now. Same thing we've already done. We just do two things back to back now. One more. So if we have number 3, let's say we got so we have this 3x squared plus 5x minus 68 equals 0. Our old friend 68. Now we have something out here, so we have to do factoring by grouping. Now, sum, we need things that add to 5. Product, 3, negative 68 makes negative 190, or 204, 180, 24, negative 204, 24, 180, 204, should be right, unless my amount of math is wrong. Then, we need things that multiply to make this and add to make this. Product is this, add or sum until they get to 5. So 1, 204. If one of these is negative and we add to get a positive, the bigger must be positive. This times this is negative. If you add them, it's positive 203. So then 2, 201, nope, 202, 4, 101, and we get down to 12 and 17, 3, 180, 204, 102, there's 51, okay, sorry for the math mistake. 17 and 3, so 12, 17, and that's it. Those add to 5. So, just keep doing it. 204 divided by 1. 204 divided by 2, 204 divided by 3, 204 divided by 4. Put it in your calculator, and you get the answer. Just mindlessly press stuff. Whoops, computer screen went dark. Computer screen, undarken, please. There. So, just do some stuff kind of mindlessly, pressing buttons, write your answer down, make sure you're pushing the right buttons. Then you can get your answer, and you can go back to thinking. Of course, you're still thinking here, but just not, as much. Just do stuff while you're thinking about context in general. So here, break it apart. 3x squared minus 12x plus 17x minus 68 is 0. Because notice, this is the same, this is the same. These two add to 5. 17 minus 12 is 5. Now, factor by grouping, as we said, we look at these two and these two, and we can use this to help us do that. So first, if you need to, this is 3 times x times x. This is 3 times 4 times x. Or I do 4 times 3 times x, so 3 x's together. 4 times 3 times x. 3x, 3x. It's in common. So we're going to have 3x times x minus 4. Got your minus sign. Get rid of these things. You have an x and a 4 left. Here, we probably have an x minus 4 over here. Maybe. So if we do x minus 4, what do I have to multiply x by to get 17x? 17. So there must be a 17 here. Is 17 times 4 equal to negative 68? Sure enough. And you can do it on your calculator if you're not sure to be sure. 17 times 4, calculator, 68. Then, these two are the same. And so, that is the same as that. If I bring it out here, I write it alone. What's left when I get rid of this is that. So, there all we did was practice factoring. We got this thing, we factored it. Okay? Reverse FOIL. So, now we just do zero product property. And so, it's easy. X minus 4 is 0. Or, A times B is 0, as we said before. Or this is 0. So, X is 4. Subtract 17, divide by 3. X is negative 17 thirds. So x equals negative 17 over 3. There. So that's our answer. So there's 3 examples here for you. Reverse FOIL, then do zero product property. We get this quadratic, we go, whoa, it's just 2 linear equations put together. And we solve each linear equation alone. And that's it. All right. Solving quadratics by factoring.